G'day, I'm the Jade Perch Man. If you're like me and you like to fly your Phantom over the water, you're probably also like me and you don't want to see it crash in the water. Apparently they don't float. And they're not cheap. So I went looking for some sort of a way to stop it from sinking. If it didn't sink, I figured, well, a few repairs and I might be able to use it again. And this is what I came up with. I bought a couple of water buoys from my local tackle shop at $10 each, and apparently they'll hold up to a kilo. Well, the Phantom weighs a little bit more than a kilo, so I found a way to attach two of them to my Phantom using a couple of cable ties. So what this is all about is testing to see if they would interfere with the photography that I was going to get from my Phantom and if they interfered with the gimbal on the Phantom. Wasn't game enough to actually throw one in the water to see how it worked. Sorry guys, I'll leave that one to you. So what we did was we attached a little camera to one of the arms underneath the motor, as you can see here, so we could actually see whether or not the flotation devices were going to interfere with the Phantom. Incidentally, apparently they only weigh 32 grams each, so it certainly didn't seem to affect the power and ability for the Phantom to perform in the air. As you can see here with this bit of slow motion film, they just hang there. They don't seem to be banging into anything when it's just moving along. But what we wanted to know was how would they behave if we really put the Phantom through its paces. So in this film, we moved it up and down from side to side a lot more violently than anyone normally would if they were flying a Phantom and taking some pictures. From what we can see in normal flight, the little water buoys just hang there. They don't touch the camera or the gimbal. The position we put them in, using the cable ties, had them far enough away from the camera that they didn't actually touch the moving part of the gimbal. The camera on the arm produced a little bit of jello, but we're still clearly able to see that it didn't interfere with the camera. As I said earlier, we didn't try and plant the thing in the water to see how well they work. We'll leave that for you to try. But at least it gave us a bit more confidence when flying over water. Now we'll put it through its paces. Vigorously shaking the Phantom from side to side, we can see the little flotation devices, the water buoys, did touch the side of the gimbal, but didn't interfere with the photography. At $10 each, a $20 investment to keep your Phantom afloat, I reckon they're pretty good. Let's hope they do work, but one thing we've noticed is even though they're slapping into the side of the camera, they don't seem to affect the photography at all. We did the side to side, we did the up and down, we did through the bushes, through the trees, haven't tried to crash yet. We'll leave that one to you as well. I'd really like to hear from anybody else that has any other suggestions for keeping your Phantom afloat if it should crash into the water. I hope someone gets some benefit from this idea, and I'd love to hear from someone who has tried it. Please subscribe to the Jade Perch Man's channel, especially if you're interested in fish.